What's up, Planet Earth, and welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, this is just look at me. I'm knocking out a couple of videos in a matter of a couple of days. I'm very proud of myself. It's finals week. It's still going. The thing is, I'm taking advantage of this very small window of opportunity to be able to get these videos out to you in a timely fashion. So the fact that I have another video for you, just be fully excited and wait until you see what I have today. You guys are already seen on the screen. I have a Trickstar deck. However, this isn't your normal Trickstar deck. This is actually kind of like a new burn type ordeal. So it's not essentially like chain burn or nurse burn. This is Trickstar burn in a whole new light type of ordeal. So here's how it works. Right. So it obviously deck is not entirely done. I don't have a side deck for this deck. Actually, this deck was just inspired, or at least I was inspired to make this deck from a colleague of mine in one of the local stores that I used to play at very, very often. And he was just like, I do this, but I mean, like, I'm surprised I didn't realize how much I make my opponent draw. Period. Right. So that line, I'm surprised how much I make my opponent draw. That line is like the trigger. I don't know if you heard that snap, but if you did, it's a really sharp snap in my ears. Anyways, that line was the trigger, and thus this deck was essentially born. Droll and Lockbird, because Droll and Lockbird reincarnation, but people have been using it wrong, and I've tried to help people out in terms of that. But it's entirely up to you if you go and watch the video. Go ahead and watch the video. I think it's like called the Trickstar Reincarnation Rule or something like that on the video. But a brief description: you cannot reincarnation after a Drone Lockbird. Long story short, because technically your opponent couldn't draw, so they can't banish, and banish doesn't cost. So if that makes sense. If you want a more in-depth kind of analysis, just comment below, and I can go ahead and explain it in the comments. But two Drone Lockbirds, 3 Candinas. Candinas is essential. Candina is your ticket to Lycoris. You also need your 3 Lycoris. And the Lycoris is essentially the reason why the burn happens, right? So Lycoris is very, 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 very important. Your 3 card of demise, you want to go ahead and dig in as much as possible. You're basically just trying to find your 2, if not 3 Lycorises and at least 1 Candina out on the field. So they're the burn. They're the reason why this deck kind of exists, right? One day a piece. Again, just kind of digging in there. If you have any alternative cards, maybe like Into the Void or something, those are pretty good alternatives as well. 3 Pot of Extravagance, because I mean, this deck doesn't use the extra deck, so might as well have a free +1 because no reason. It's like a friendlier Pot of Greed. 2 Terraformings, and then your 3 Light Stage. Your Light Stage gets you the Candina, and then gets you the Lycoris, and so on. Yeah. All the draw gets you essentially your reincarnations and a bunch of other cards that forces your opponent to draw. And then you want Upstart Goblin. Again, you're trying to draw, and you're trying to dig for the key pieces so that we can get this burn going. Now, this is where the burn happens, right? So if you have at least 2 Lycorises on the board, you better hope that you have your Dark Bribes to negate and then force your opponent to draw. Your Enchanted Javelin give you life points, because why not? Your Horn of Heaven, because again, forces them to draw, and you also negate an inherent summon. Massive Morph. So you use Massive Morph in tandem with Enchanted Javelin. It gives you an insane amount of life points. If you think if 8,000 or 10,000 is a lot for your opponent to deal with, try 26,000 life points. That's what my buddy essentially did against me. He boosted himself up to 20, almost 30,000 life points, and it took me like 3, 4, almost 5 turns to kind of wield him out of that. And it also disables your opponent's monster from being able to attack you directly. So I count it as a win-win type scenario. Recall. It's another kind of it forces your opponent to draw a card. You can also negate a monster's activation. So ideally you want your opponents to draw cards, right? So the next thing is side effects. Side effects is a fun card, is another contributor to you staying alive in the game. It gives you 2,000 life points for every card your opponent draws, and your opponent chooses to draw 1, 2, or 3 cards. And again, for every card they draw, they get burned an X amount. So it's a win-win for you, right? And then your Trickstar Reincarnation. A good timing of Trickstar Reincarnation means 1 turn kill. So there you have it. And then just absolute derp in the extra deck. The extra deck doesn't matter. Side deck, I think I was considering Magic Cylinder, but I was like, you know what? I've got a lot of life gaining tactics over here. So go nuts with this deck. Enjoy this deck. Do experiments or whatever, science, whatever you want to do with this deck. This deck is absolutely fun to kind of watch happen, not fun to have it happen to you. Obviously, nobody likes to be burnt out in the first turn. But yeah, with that being said, there's the deck. I call it a Trickstar draw just because I don't want people on the stream to kind of figure out what this deck is supposed to do. But I mean, I guess it's already out now, so it gives people already figured out what it's gonna do. So I might as well make it the Trickstar burn deck or whatever the case would be. But yeah, there you go. For those chain burn fans or nurse burn fans, here's another burn type mechanic for you to kind of play with and enjoy. So if you enjoyed this video, like I enjoy making this video, go ahead and hit the like button, consider watching all the other videos, and consider subscribing to the channel. And if you wish to see something different other than just deck profiles, because I know deck profiles, especially repetitive deck themes, I'll do my best to kind of get other videos out. Like I said, I'm in the middle of finals week. It's final season, so I'm super insanely busy, and I'm just taking advantage of this small window that I have to be able to get these videos out to you. Also, we do play other games and whatnot, and have a lot of fun on the stream. Twitch link in the description below, or you could just go to twitch.tv/GIGO510 and then follow there to enjoy other types of content like Halo or Apex or anything stupid. I've been considering GTA, but I don't know. Anyways, I will see you all in the next one.